Welcome to the Nerd Shock Podcast. We're here. We will release an episode every Sunday going through the events for the upcoming week and any storylines that are brewing behind the scenes. First off, let's get right into this week. Both Defendants and NOT are going through a mini rebrand, so you will see different thumbnails and different logos all through the channel. As well, through this week and next week, there will be title matches. Mainly titles that were not defended throughout Inferno War and or Tribute to the Fallen, so any title matches that haven't been titled recently, such as the Intercontinental Champion or the Men's United States Champion, which been off and on, those for example. Speaking of Inferno War, what a war it was between the CWO and the Judgment Day, brutalizing each other, all to be called the top faction on Defendants. I personally also have a bias, but I personally find the CWO does not need to prove anything. Because if we're being honest, because if we take a trip down memory lane, the CWO is easily one of the most decorated factions of all time, with Gamer, the leader of them, being a multi-time tag team champion. AJ Danger, it's also a multi-time tag team champion and former NOT Tag Team Champion, as well as Matt Connors, who is the current skill champion and the most times holding the skill champion, and the only person on the channel to be a Grand Slam champion. As well, we cannot forget Young Ace, the Golden Ace, what haven't she accomplished? She's been the Women's United States Champion. She's the first ever undisputed Women's Champion. And she was the last ever Defendants Women's Champion as well. Speaking of Yanez, she successfully led her team to a victory. Her team is mostly misfits, let's be honest. She led her team to victory, defeating the legs of the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, the Man, Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Gigi Dolan, and Miss Money in the Bank herself, Cora Jade, with Eli Punk pinning Cora Jade to get the victory for Team Ace. Which you have to think there'll be some kind of story going throughout the next few weeks, maybe months, of Cora Jade and Eli Punk, with Jade and Punk are former best friends, and Jade turned her back against Eli Punk at WrestleMania to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then they went full circle with Punk pinning Jade to get the victory at Inferno War. As well, last week in at Inferno War, we crowned new NRT Tag Team Champions with the OC of the tag team of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows defeating Pretty Deadly to claim the NRT Tag Team Champions for the first time. Pretty Deadly won the tag team titles at WrestleMania and held the titles for a total of 78 days. Gargano and Dragunov also went to war, which the title Inferno War was very, very fitting for the entire pay-per-view, let's be honest. They went to war for the Most Known Champion, with Gargano proving that he can be a valuable asset to the NRT brand after being traded from Defendants to NRT for title bait. Speaking of NRT, yesterday, Nathan Frazier proved to the world why he is the United States Champion by defeating AJ Styles in a very likely Match of the Year candidate. I know I throw that around a lot, but you have to watch it for yourself and give it your own opinion, because Nathan Frazier versus AJ Styles 2 was landslides better than the first matchup. The first matchup, let's be honest, it wasn't as we expected, but Nathan Frazier channeled his anger from last week, from a few weeks before, and proved to AJ Styles that he can hang with the very best and show why he is called the United States Champion. As for this week, we have an action-packed week all set up, with tomorrow the Golden Ace, Young Ace, will place her undisputed Women's Champion on the line against Blair Davenport. Davenport's on a mini hot streak, as after defeating a pissed off Rhea Ripley, because Rhea is still not happy that she lost War Games, especially having her team mostly. If you take away Ace and Youngblood, definitely better. Definitely a better team. Let's be honest. A team of way more experience than Team Ace, but Davenport defeated Rhea Ripley, and she's looking to recapture all that momentum and make it keep going forward to potentially capture the Undisputed Women's Champion and to defeat Jan Ace, which is also not an easy task to get. The last time Jan Ace defended the Undisputed Women's Champion was at Honor Smasher midway through October, where she defeated Rhea Ripley to retain the championship. This would be the first time. This should be the first time Jan Ace will place the title on the line on defendants post-draft. On Tuesday, we have explosive Matt Connors placing his skill champion on the line against the international sensation, the best belt machine, Kenny Omega! This should be the first time Omega will step foot in a defendant's ring in his career. Connors, after defeating Ospreay back in August to prepare for Mania, but this is the first time Omega and Connors will face one-on-one, and Omega is a completely different beast than Will Ospreay. Omega will bring out the very best in you, especially if it's for gold, where on Tuesday, it will be. Connors has been having a rough time with the skill champion this year, mainly with JD McDonough, but if you think after barely becoming skill champion for a record-breaking third time at WrestleMania, maybe Connors can keep striving forward to defend his skill champion against Omega. Or will Kenny Omega be too much to handle? And on Wednesday, we have a live event with a clause. The winner will face Alex Young for the Undisputed Champion of Champions on Saturday. In this bout, to see who will have the opportunity on Saturday, we have the one and only Ricochet, who got robbed at his opportunity at Conquer after losing in the finals to Drew McIntyre in the opening bout earlier this year. We also have the United States Champion himself, Nathan Frazier, who's yet to face Alex Young in any capacity. So this will be a fresh opponent for Alex Young, and also a fresh match that we have yet to see on the channel. And then, finally, we have AJ Styles. Almost got you there. Yeah, almost got you. AJ Styles definitely has a history with him and Young, dating all the way back to last year, but the majority of that history takes place this year, with the last time these two fought in any capacity, it was in a triple threat match at the final showcase, where Alex Young officially became the first ever Undisputed Champion of Champions and recaptured the Champion of Champions for a third time in his career. And then on Thursday, we have Benjamin Shannon placing his 0 Hour World Champ on the line against Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. This will be Shannon's first time defending the title since winning the title back at Mania. Disqualifications is off the table because it is a triple threat match, then leads to a possibility of Bray Wyatt helping Shannon hold on to the gold. So now it gets stopped than before, but I mean, it's a possibility still. Carmelo wants gold, plain and simple. He would go after Young for the Bloodless Champion, but at the same time, that's kind of a death wish to go after Young and not be on anywhere near his level. Heck, Alex Young beat Seth Rollins multiple times this year. He beat Will Ospreay. He beat Kenny Omega. Why would he think that he's on the same level as anyone on that list? Carmelo and Trick both want gold of their own, and Trick Williams wants to break out and be his own superstar. And especially after having that spectacular match with Carter Samuels several weeks back, he then persuades Lita to give him this opportunity. And finally, on Friday, we have a dream match, a match that we all want to see, the number one contender for the Undisputed Champion of Champions, with then the winner will face Alex Young or whoever wins the Undisputed Champion of Champions on Saturday will face the winner of Saturday's match, will face the winner of Friday's match at New Year's Bash on December 30th for the Undisputed Champion of Champions. And inside this dream match that I'm calling it, we have the Architect, the Messiah, the Visionary, Seth freaking Rollins will take on the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay. Rollins isn't finished with Young, and Ospreay isn't finished with Young. Both of them want their hands back on Alex Young, and especially on the Undisputed Champion of Champions. After losing to Young at Tribute to the Fallen, Seth Rollins thinks he was just this close to defeating him and becoming the fourth ever Undisputed Champion of Champions. Ospreay, on the other hand, has already become Champion of Champions before, for a total of 4 days. But if he can defeat Seth Rollins, it would be a potential rematch on the exact same day as last year on December 30th. Will Ospreay defeated Alex Young to become the second ever Champion of Champions. So if Will Ospreay wins and Alex Young wins, it will be a rematch 1 year, in the sort of 1 year in the making, comes full circle. And if that match potentially happens, can Alex Young right his wrongs? Or will we see Seth Rollins get, once again, another opportunity as the Undisputed Champion of Champions? Or will the entire plan and basically history of the Undisputed Champion of Champions go into shockwaves if the winner of the Triple Threat match on Wednesday ends up becoming the new Undisputed Champion of Champions? We'll all find out on Saturday when the Champion of Champions match will take place. But one thing will come to a total, and that is one of these 6 competitors will have a potential fantastic way to close out 2023. And which one of Ospreay or Rollins is heading to New Year's Bash? So that's it for this week in the first episode of No Shock. Make sure to stay updated with all the events and action, and especially this action-packed week, as they will have an effect down the line, especially at New Year's Bash. And stay nerdy, my friends.